Hello and welcome back to Zekism. So this broke over the weekend. AI is all the rage. God, do I know it? AI everywhere. It's the buzzword of the current day and date. Everyone's sort of nervous about it, or really excited about it, or encouraging you to adopt more AI in your life, or trying to run away from AI as far as you can stretch it. Doesn't matter. It's in the zeitgeist, as they say, and people want to talk about it. So this broke over the weekend in terms of film news. The creator of an AI actress, Tilly Norwood, responds to the backlash which she received over the weekend for basically releasing a press statement saying, "Oh, loads of Hollywood agents are looking to sign up my AI client that I made." Aline van der Velden, I hope I got that name right, apologies if not, said AI characters should be judged as part of their own genre rather than compared directly with human actors. After news broke that her studio is seeking representation for this Tilly Norwood AI character that they've created. I'll stop right there for a second before continuing the article. I actually agree with her here. Like, yes, I agree they should be judged as part of their own AI actor genre. They should not be used or included in categorizing actors because it's a completely different genre. I mean, this is an animated character using AI voice, I'd imagine. So it's an animated character. It's not a real actor at all, as far as I'm concerned. It doesn't matter how realistic they make that thing. It's not going to be realistic. Go away, you. The creator of AI actress Tilly Norwood has responded to the critics following fierce backlash, telling social media users she is not a replacement for a human being. Yeah, that's why you're seeking Hollywood. Aline van der Velden, apologies again, Dutch founder of AI outfit Particle 6 Productions, announced at the Zurich Film Festival the launch of Zykoia. I should have researched that before the video started. The world's first artificial intelligence talent studio. She has now responded via Instagram in a statement also shared to Norwood's account after movie fans and celebrities reacted with outrage to the news that the studio was looking to get the computer-generated actress representation. To those who have expressed anger over the creation of my AI character Tilly Norwood, she is not a replacement for a human being, but a creative work, a piece of art, said Van der Velden on Sunday. Like many forms of art before her, she sparks conversation, and that in itself shows the power of creativity. I see AI not as a replacement for people, but as a new tool, a new paintbrush, she continued. Just as animation, puppetry or CGI open fresh possibilities without taking away from live acting, AI offers another way to imagine and build stories. I'm an actor myself, and nothing, certainly not an AI character, can take away the craft of joy of a human performance. Creating Tilly has been, for me, an act of imagination and craftsmanship, not unlike drawing a character, writing a role, or shaping a performance. Van der Velden, who wants to announce Norwood's agency in the coming months, also said she believes AI characters should be judged as part of their own genre on their own merits rather than compared directly with human actors. Over the weekend, a host of actors responded to the news that agencies were circling Norwood. The threat of AI has long haunted industry creatives, and regulations around the craft became a linchpin clause through the SAG-AFTRA strikes of 2023. Notable uses of AI in film and TV include de-aging of certain actors or generating complex visual effects. I don't think many people have got arguments for that other than it doesn't look good. But fears concerning the possibility that AI could replace actors or illegally use their likenesses have continued to creep up on Hollywood. Melissa Barrera, star of In the Heights and the Scream franchise, wrote, "Hope all actors rep by the agent who does this drop their ass. How gross." It took me a while to read that. How gross. Read The Room. While Monsters and the Lyle and Eric Menendez stories, Nicholas Alexander Chavez said, "Not an actress. Actually, nice try." Not an actress. Actually, nice try. Okay. Elsewhere, Lucas Gage poked fun at Norwood. I don't know any of these people by name. She was a nightmare to work with. Oh, that's funny. Tony Collette simply posted a string of screaming emojis, and Matilda's Mara Wilson said on Instagram, I remember her, "Shame on these people. They have stolen the faces of hundreds of young women to make this AI actress and not create their identity views." See, that's an interesting point. If they could actually prove that and be able to sort of document that, I don't know how there's got to be some evidence to that. I mean, they're probably right, because that's what AI does. It picks, if you write in an AI generator, the Scream franchise mentioned here, Ghostface, put Ghostface in, they would use the IP of Ghostface to create your AI art, and then guess what? You've got your picture, and you run along from there. This isn't me sounding virtuous. I'm loath to AI, I'll be honest, especially when it comes to digital creation. And I know you sort of split hairs a little bit. You go, well, if you use what's it called? If you use AI to sort of, if you use technology to sort of speed up your day-to-day life, is that using AI? Well, technically it is, but I think there are splitting hairs between using, for example, Copilot or Google AI to write a script, which is one of the big threats that we can relate to here, rather than hiring a screenwriter or a writer to do the same thing. In my opinion, I would hire the writer or the screenwriter. I wouldn't want AI to do it, because AI is taking from other things anyway. I think when it comes to artistic integrity, I guess the word is, I don't know, that sounds a bit up my own arse, but I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to AI. I can't help it. This is me editorializing again, by the way. For me, AI, it does worry me where it ends up in 5 or 10 years from an artistic point of view. What do the research? I mean, we do, and there is an irony to this as well. We do have a go at film studios recycling ideas now, their original ideas, lots of sequels, lots of just churning out content or IP farming, all that sort of stuff. Imagine what it's like in 10 years if computers can't think for themselves. And by the way, they're taking from AI's generating everything. Things like this are precious, and we should hold on to what we have rather than sort of, like I said, just farming out what we have from an artistic merit. I think, without going into a massive rant about it, this does worry me as well, and it would worry me if I was an actor, for example, especially if they've taken my likeness. That AI actress doesn't look like anyone I know, to be fair, in film or TV. But I'm sure they're right. I'm sure they're right, and their features have been taken because it's a computer. At the end of the day, they're going to computer generate it from somewhere. So I don't know. It's a moral quandary, if I could use that word, as to where, not only where we are, but where we go. It'd be interesting to see if this actually takes off. But yeah, like I said, it's like I'm assuming Disney Pixar own Woody. It's like loaning Woody out. If say the thought of Woody appearing in other films was a possibility, it is like, the agent arbiter would be Disney. But say they were farming out Woody to appear in other films and TV, and receiving a bit of a check out of it. I know that's a silly example, and it really does actually make much sense now I've said it out loud. But you get the principle where I'm coming from, right? It's a computer-generated thing that's been created. You've then, obviously someone had to create that, so there is artistic there, but it's the same sort of principle as sort of receiving. It's not a real person doing the acting. It's a computer generated thing. There's talk. James L. Jones, for example, sold his voice to Disney before he passed away. Partly to look after his family, obviously, and you can respect the man for that. But Disney can use his voice in anything now and make money off it because they own it. They own his voice. Where's the legalities on that? I don't know. Where do we stand on that? His voice, anything that contains James L. Jones' voice, which obviously is Darth Vader and Mufasa, Disney gets a cut of it. It's corporate ownership. You only have to watch, and this is a shout out, Alien Earth at the moment as to what corporate future ends up being, or potentially being, where the corporations literally rule the earth rather than sort of work within it. It is interesting. I love the fact that this AI actress is supposedly supposed to have posted this post themselves. Look, if I was them, I'd be having a bit of fun with it. I think the statement she's put out, Eline van der Velden, is actually a good one. So I respect her for that, because she is not wrong in saying, yes, just as if the character is to be used in animation, for example, if that character is to be, but I don't think that's the intention here. I think they're looking to see this used in a Netflix show or a live action thing. I don't know, say Netflix show just flippantly, but that's the kind of thing where they churn out a lot of content with seemingly not a lot of return, and they don't really care because they're making content constantly. And this would be buzzworthy. You can just see Netflix probably doing it. Anyway, I've gone on a bit of a tangent, but I think Eline van der Velden, apologies again if that name's wrong, she has said the right thing here, or she said the right things. Yes, I agree. If this character was to be loaned out to, say, for example, this just the next How to Train Your Dragon animated film uses this actress, AI actress, AI, why am I calling it actress? This AI character in that production, and then that same character, you know, this AI creation here is used in the next, I don't know, the next animated film where it would be the same face but again, and that would be an interesting sort of thought process. Obviously different animation styles may put the kibosh to that, and that may be where this point falls over, but if they were to do that, I may defend that more and go, well, do you know what, it's an idea to have an animated creation that you own and you're able to sort of license out. Again, no different to what I just referenced about James Earl Jones in a way, but at the same time I hesitate to think that the way this has been created, that's not an animated face and visuals. They're looking, and then why would you get representation for an animated character? You would have all the master files or the, you know, the digital output, the reams and reams of vocal performance you've been able to capture, etc., etc. You know, it's like a video game character being loaned out to, you know, Ready Player One came out with all those characters in there. Anyway, Ready Player One being an example where that character could probably be used quite well. But there you go. That's my thoughts. It turned into a little bit of a mini rant, but I really do feel passionately about this one. I think I'm actually in agreement with probably the vast majority of people's opinions about this. I don't know. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I think this is quite a debate-worthy topic, so it'd be interesting to see if anyone has any takes or any thoughts on it. Please leave me a like or subscribe on the channel as well, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.